Hello, today we are solving this problem smallest string with a given numeric value. In this question we are given two integers n and k. Now n is the length of the string and k is the value of the string that we are required to return. Now we can simply understand what is the meaning of length of the string, but what is this value? Well, for every character, that is from A to Z, every character has some value. A has a value of 1, B has a value of 2, C has a value of 3, up to Z, which has a value of 26. So if we have a string A, B, D, in that case, the value of this string is 1 plus 2 plus 4, which is equal to 7. Now constraints are given such that it is always possible to form the required string, because k is always greater than or equal to n and it is always less than 26 multiplied by n. Therefore, it is always possible to form the required string. Suppose that I want you to form a string whose length is 3 and whose value is 3. So n is equal to 3 and k is also equal to 3. In that case, such string is AAA. Now if I ask you to form a string whose value is 4, then there are three possible such strings. One is B double A, another is A B A, and third is A A B. But there is one more thing in this question, that we are required to return the smallest string. And what is the meaning of smallest? Smallest here actually means lexicographically smallest string. And it means that the way we search or look for words in the dictionary, that's how you are supposed to return the string also, the one which will appear the earliest, that is the smallest string. In this case we can simply see that the smallest word or smallest string that we might see in a dictionary is this one, that is AAB, and therefore this is our answer, while these are not our answers. So we need to keep check of three things actually. One is this, that the length of the string should be equal to the given n, its value must be equal to k, and it should be the smallest possible string. Now let us understand the logic to solve this problem. Well, one thing is clear, that if we are required to find a string whose length is n, then minimum possible such string is equal to a n times, that is if n is equals to 4, then smallest possible such string is 4 times a. And now if I don't know what is the value, but definitely it is greater than or equal to k. So if k is equal to 4, then definitely this is my answer. But just in case k is something else, that is it is greater than n, suppose that it is 10, what will I do in this case? Well, this was the smallest possible string and I can see that its value is 4. So how many more value do we require to get from this string? The answer is k minus n, because 4 is something that we have already gotten from this string, and therefore what we are required is a value which is 6. That is, in some way I need to get 6 more from this string. Now to distribute 6 there are various ways. Again, I can distribute 6 here, or I can distribute 6 here, or let us say that I can distribute 1 here and 5 here and so on. But what is the best way possible to do this? Well, we can simply see this, that to distribute 6, it is best to distribute it at the end of the string, because that way I'll make sure that the string is smallest possible. Because if you try any other combination, you'll find that that combination is not small. Suppose that to distribute 6, you distributed 5 here, making value here equal to f, and here let us say we distributed 1 more, therefore b here, so a f b. Now if I would have distributed 6 directly to the last character, then a g, because g is equal to 7 and 1 1 1, which is indeed equal to 10. Now if I ask you which string is smaller, definitely this string is smaller, that is I'll find this word first in the dictionary, therefore this is my answer. So the best possible strategy is to distribute or give as many amount as possible to the last character. And if it is exhausted, or if we have actually acquired z here, that is we cannot distribute any number further, then it means I need to move to the left, that is to this character, and then whatever I'm left with, I need to distribute this value here. So let us see the working of the solution so that you will understand this better. Now in this example, suppose that n is equal to 5 and k is equal to 50. Now, definitely I need a string of length 5. It means that the minimum possible such string is 5 times a. So the extra amount or the extra value that I am required out of this string is equal to k minus 5, which is 50 minus 5, that is 45. So I need to give this 45 value to this string. Now, as we concluded that I need to start giving from the last element, and I know that the value of this character in the beginning is 1. So at most I could make it z, and it means the addition of 25. So if I add 25 to this value, this will become equal to z. Now I am left with 20, and I'll distribute this 20 to this because it is possible to do so. And if I add 20 here, then it will become u, and therefore I can reduce 20 from the value of k, and its value will become equal to 0. That is, there is no more value that I am required to distribute in this string, and therefore this string is my answer, that is triple A U Z. Now, as the length of the string is n and we are required to distribute this k in this string, therefore the time complexity of this problem is order of n only. So the approach that we used to solve this problem was greedy approach, because our motive was always to distribute values in such a way that is we get the smallest possible string, and to do that we always use the last character, and if it was already used, that is if it became equal to z, then we move to the left. So yes, that's it for the problem, and now let us see the code to solve this problem. So in the beginning I need a string, let us call this s. So string s, and it must have a length of n, and initially all those characters must be equal to a. Therefore I'll write an a here. This is the standard syntax in C++. And now what I'm left with is k minus equal to n, because n is something that we have already distributed in the string, or we already have a string whose value is equal to n. So we are left with only k. Now suppose that I is pointing to the last character of our string, which will be equal to n minus 1. And now while k has some value, that is while k is greater than 0, till that time I need to do something. I need to actually add that extra amount to the last character, but that extra amount cannot exceed 25, right? Because if it is 26, then it means already what is there, a plus 26, which is not possible, because maximum possible number or character is z, or number is 26. Therefore at most I can add 25. Therefore int add, that is the amount I'm going to add, is the minimum of k and 25. Now I'll add this to the character. Now on adding this value to the character will become equal to the required character. That is, if I add 2 to the character b, then it will become d. And now whatever I have added, I need to subtract it from the k, that is this, and finally I'll be left with my required answer. And one more thing is there, that I need to subtract I, because I want to move left. Finally I'll return answer, which is s, and yes. So now I'll run the code, accept it, and then submit, accept it. So I hope you understood the problem, and now I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.